If you're not currently supporting, make sure that you do support through the link down below in the description, because when you guys support, I'll be able to send you guys out a ton of awesome codes. We don't have these ones anymore, but we do have a few that are going to be coming out soon. So again, go to the description and click support. Today's video is all about Skadi, a weapon that has largely been memed by the community. It's a shame too, because it's one of the coolest looking weapons in the entire game. It got a buff a couple of weeks ago. I am pretty late at doing this, but hopefully you guys still enjoy the video and hit that thumbs up and subscribe while you do. That being said, is Skadi a weapon that I think you should be using today? No. And the only scenario where I think that could be different, where Skadi truly excels, I don't know if a lot of people are bringing this up, but that is in multi-enemy content. Like, it's a strong AoE weapon with the skill that it has. Outside of that, I think a lot of the damage is left on the table by the hits that's missing. I mean, look at this. It's just kind of spinning everywhere, all over the place, right? So that's kind of unfortunate, and it is what it is. But, you know, we're going to also be using the Winter Fang, and the thing about these weapons, like I did a video where I talked about Winter Fang, is I feel like both of these weapons are like sub-weapons. I think they're both waiting, and Scatty, again, is the one I'm talking about. Really, you could extend to Grimoire. But I think all these water weapons, really all of them, are waiting for a primary big damage dealing water weapon. Like, I think that's what they're waiting for, to truly shine as sub weapons, right? Like, think what the Wind team did. Like, they're both really strong DPS weapons, they have great synergy, etc., but they're just waiting on that. Like, they don't really have that with the water setup. Speaking of water, really quick shout out to Cha for the extra support water damage, I guess. But you know, the water team, I talked about this in my previous video, just kind of sucks. Not the water team, but the water setup for Sung. Long story short, it's really clunky. The synergy is not there. All these skills want to freeze, and that's not good because there's a freeze cooldown. All these freaking skills want to do a freeze or something like that. Freeze or frostbite. Frostbite is fine. I don't know if there's a cooldown for frostbite. There probably is, right? And then Scatty is doing it. The quick time event or QT skill, whatever, is doing it too. It's just all over the place with all these freezes, and again, that's not great because there was a cooldown on that. Also, they don't have good skills, just flat out. Not even just the fact they're freezing, it's just they don't have skills. So they've got a crushing, I mean, not a crushing, a vertical arts, they've got a vital strike and a mutilate. They don't have a sonic stream, which is actually a really big deal because sonic stream is just the best skill for every element that it has, right? And water just so happens to be the one without one. So that kind of blows. They kind of corrected it, I guess, by giving it a dagger rush, which is solid, but you know, right? So yeah, it's just kind of funny, but yeah, that's the big thing that's kind of missing there. So we're gonna go in and just kind of test this out. So basically, quick synopsis on Skadi, as it's our primary, again, tool for today's video. It creates the domain, and that's probably the best thing that it does. Really, if this skill was faster, or another thing, if they took off the second activation, like if Skadi just applied the domain on the use of the skill and not requiring you to do the finger snap after second skill usage crap that it does, I think it'd be better because the initial hit would also get the bonus, right? From the domain, but it is what it is, right? So anyway, I think it's just a really clunky setup. Not really going to talk much about Winter Fang. I think Winter Fang is really strong for what it does, giving you that power gauge and stuff. However, the problem with Winter Fang is it wants to use that power gauge. It doesn't want you to use it elsewhere, right? It wants that, right? So let's go ahead and turn on the game sound. Hopefully everything is good. Stronger than I imagined. And go from here. Let me just make sure it's all good. It's freezing like hell because okay, cool, we're good. So what we're gonna do here is just we're gonna demo this. This is hard, right? I have no blessings, as you see. I'm not really gonna do like a full-on damage test because I'm sure you've already seen that. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna play naturally, and I'm gonna gauge it based on how far I've progressed. For example, when we get towards 2 minutes in, I like to have the enemy below 200 life, for example. That's my barometer. So like she starts with 347. We're almost 1-to-1. Like, we have just a little bit more time, you know, it would be 347 for 347. That's typically what I like to do to gauge how far I'm doing it. So if we start lagging behind, then we're kind of screwed. So I also put on enhanced infamy, by the way, because of the skill usage. So I think that's a good setup. I don't have full 8. I've got 4 on the left and then obsidian on the right. Forgot to show that, I believe. Oh crap, I kind of talked too much. The annoying thing about that is he can't actually get knocked. Okay, so we did. Okay. The annoying thing about the domain also, because it doesn't activate, is if he gets hit in between the activation of that, it'll just not activate, right? So that blows. All right, camouflaging here. We're good. We also do have some wind crossing going on right now, but that's fine. She's so far away. I'm just missing all those. That's great. Can't get frozen again because frozen cooldown. Again, just an innate problem with freezing. That is like almost dependent on that landing. Just can't even do it. That's just garbage. And it's not, again, not just this thing. It's just freezing in general. It just sucks. This would be good if it was a Thetis freeze for the extra effect, right? To do the extra damage. But we're still on pace, thankfully, right? We're doing enough. We're on pace. So that's good. Ah, I need Scatty there. I was going to throw it right there. I didn't have it. Like only like 4 of those hit. It did like nearly what, 1,880,000 I think it said. Let's just throw these now just to get going. So we don't fall too far behind pace. I'm like dashing way too much also. Like I'm playing like I'm recording a video. Which if you're a content creator, you know what that means. If you're not, then you're just like, what the hell are you talking about? But I'm not playing like usual. I'm dashing way too much. Okay. Oh, can't get frozen there, huh? Did it just miss? Did the freeze just miss? That's great. Can't see anything half the time because of my shadows. Oh, you know what it is? The freeze is probably on cooldown for my quick time. That's probably what happened there, huh? That's kind of annoying. So they're frozen now. Nice. We're doing good damage. Like we're okay. We're a little bit behind schedule, but that I think can be rectified if I just play a little bit better. But I'd have, if I was using the win setup, I wouldn't have beat it yet, but they would have been like around 120-ish. Maybe a little bit more, maybe 150. Let's say 150, right? It would have been much cleaner though. That's the point. Okay. Yeah, you've got to be careful about using which skills in what order though with this setup because of the freezing dependency. Like, it's great that Winter Fang gives you the ultimate so fast. It is great. I actually like to throw the first ultimate really early on. Where the hell? Oh, okay. She is further than I thought she was. That's fine. I mean, like, you can't see anything half the time. That's always my one gripe with this game. It's like you can't even see anything. There's just too much going on. Especially when you summon shit. It's impossible. You just can't make it out. Camouflage with this is also really good, by the way, so you don't get that stupid cancellation, like because you get hit. Oh, she didn't go my way. Nice. Okay. What the? This will be. I did not want this. That's annoying as hell. Wow, I didn't want that. Okay, whatever. All right. I must have pressed just a little bit too hard on it. That's unfortunate. I rest my hands there. I must have pressed just a little bit too hard on it. She just was frozen, so there's no point even trying to do that domain other than just getting the bonus effect. But the reason why the freeze is necessary is because it keeps them in the domain. Like, without the freeze, then they just leave the domain. Okay, she's gonna do this crap. Okay. I don't know where we're at on pace, but I think we're below. And so this is where you need to be ahead of pace. Like I told you my barometer, but this is gonna inevitably take up time and push me behind the line, right? Shit. Yeah, see, I'm behind now. And she can't get frozen when she's broken also. You don't really need it for that keeping in place thing. It just would be nice for like weapons like Thetis. Yeah, like, yeah, I've dissected freezing in this game as a part of this release, and it's kind of annoying. Like it's something. I had a good number of those hits just there. Can you not move? Can you not dodge the attacks? Thank you. Yeah, you have to basically take this water QTE off also, because if you use it, you're just wasting yourself an opportunity. It's not great. Okay. No. Oh, the freeze thing is still on. The no freeze thing is still on. Great. For quite a while, too. Got to be careful about using my skills. Okay, it's about to come off, though. That's ironic. Right when I decided to stop being patient. Let me just wait a second. I'm like, by the way, just so far behind pace right now. It's not even funny. And so, could I Okay, we had to leave the domain, but that was actually pretty good. That was pretty good. I'm not mad at that. So anyway, can I rectify this problem by using like blessings and stuff? Yeah, like it. If I use blessings, obviously it will get easier. But does the problem go away? No, right? That is, like I said, the main problem with this team is they don't have the main DPS. But then the second problem is that it just sucks. that's the second problem. So like if I were to sub out this and put in Thetis, right? We'd come in contact with my stupid freezing issue much more. But would Scatty perform better? Maybe. Is it worthwhile? Probably not. Would Scatty perform much better if I put it alongside like a plum sword? Yes, absolutely. Right? That's just common sense. Would that, I guess we could try it because there is no clashing with that. But is that worthwhile? I don't know. I guess we'll try it. But yeah, the win team again would have just, the supports are fine. I'm not really worried about the supports. They're just here to buff my power mostly. They have value, but mostly that. But like the win Jinwoo is the most important thing. Okay. Did all that out of order, but it's fine. Can you not? Does this game have a transparency setting? I feel like they probably do. They have to. Because I've been complaining about this for so long. It's actually extremely, at least for me. Maybe it isn't for you, but like not being able to see kind of sucks. There's just too much going on. And then the bosses move, the map's a decent size, and you just can't see. Like it's actually really annoying for me. Okay, let's set that up. Okay, let's watch the damage here. Okay, so yeah, Skadi looked much better right there, right? Like, what did it do? Like 2 million? That wasn't bad damage at all. It looked like it did like nearly 2 million damage. I think Skadi is actually uniquely good with this because it does so many hits, so there's so many more opportunities to crit as well. Okay, I like to do it after a shadow step because they're just stuck, right? So I don't know the damage it did there, but yeah. And without Winterfang, ironically, I don't have to save my ultimate gauge, right? Like, I can also just use it. So there's that. Thanks, Winterfang. Okay. Freeze cooldown is still on. Not going to use Scatty yet. So, okay. We'll get that. Should have put Swiftness on as well. But not. They're going to do their shenanigans here. Okay. It would be, you know, it'd be great if Thetis also had the effect applied there. Or if Grimoire, the Scatty had the Grimoire effect where you just do more damage when they're frozen. That'd be great. A lot of those bullets missed, huh? I could have swear it did much more damage. Maybe bullets missing, not doing crits, maybe not having this on as well. Like there's so many variables, right? Maybe I had amplifying last time, or shadow step. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, much more damage there than even just a second ago from really close. From really close.
This will be.
But we're still way behind schedule. Like we have a minute left and they haven't even done the thing. So some of that's just me being bad. But I've cleared this. I know that if I put on blessings it'd get easier. I know that if I use the win team it'd be easier, but ultimately though, yeah, I don't really think it's particularly worthwhile. Not here anyway. Would it? I can't really test it because there's no water instance dungeon and there's not one that also has enemies. If I had I could technically take it into a story stage. I'm sure there's that, but that's just not, you know, it's not worth showing. And like I said, I didn't want to do like a damage test fully because I know you've already seen that. It's been a couple of weeks. And so I wanted to just take it into practical use and show what it does. And yeah, that's not great. And that was also, for the record, that was also with no flames, right? Like this also has no flames anymore. So it's yeah, with no flames on, I don't know the actual statistical difference between the flames, but with no flames on and I'm in the blue, it's not good enough. Could I flip this around and get better performance? Yeah. Would it be enough to make me win it? No. Right? Could I take this off? Absolutely. Put something else on. Like there's so many like variables, right? I could change my shadow, but all that stuff, the exact same setup works with the wind. So, you know, ultimately though, Scatty, I think it's cool. It's one of my favorite weapons just based on design and playstyle, but there's a lot of flaws with it and the setup for the water team ultimately right now. So I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe. Remember, support linked down below in the description if you have not already, to get your free codes. I'll see you guys later.